Good day, good hi, good hello to our viewers. We want to thank you for joining us on yet another Explore Carriacou and Petite Martinique. As we often say, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to share on our Facebook and YouTube channel. Basie, are we ready for this?
We are ready. I'm anxiously waiting. We're with a lovely, lovely lady. You know what stands out about this lady? Let me jump the gun. Is a white hair. She looks just like my grandma.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the white hair. You see, I'm getting white. Okay, I'm behind the camera. You won't see it now.
That's wisdom.
Who's there?
That's a
Of
lot
course.
of wisdom.
I love to see that.
Yes, and hence the reason why we're here with her today, because we know that she's very wise, and her daughter, her lovely daughter, Hailey's, who's visiting from England. So we'll get to know more about that.
Okay.
Right? So good afternoon again to our viewers, and good afternoon to our guests. Thank you very much for agreeing to chat with us on our Explore page. Right? So, Mommy, so can you please tell the viewers your name?
My real name.
Both.
I say your name? Catherine.
Catherine.
Better known as Elma.
Alright, so Miss Catherine, otherwise known as Elma Mitchell.
Elma.
Sorry,
Okay.
Mitchell. And we have
Lisette.
Lisette. We'll call her Liz for short.
Yeah, this is fine.
Liz, how's Petite Martinique for you?
Petite Martinique, well, Petite Martinique is really home.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I reside in England, I love PM. I always visit quite regular, don't I, Mum?
Yes.
Yeah, visit very regular. Yeah, and love the place. It's a little gem of paradise. I'd
It
say.
is.
Can you see yourself being like Mom, retiring here one day?
One day, not now, but definitely one day.
Oh, definitely. Liz is going to retire home. I love to hear that. Mom, how are you?
I'm fine.
You're fine.
Yes.
So, Mom, as a young girl growing up in Petite Martinique, can you tell me some of the things that you remember?
I went to school. I tried my best.
Is it where the school is now?
Same one.
Same spot.
Yes.
Okay, so it has not changed.
Not changed.
All right.
Yes.
Would you say the children long ago and those that you see now, are you seeing any changes?
Oh yes, plenty changes with the children than long ago.
For example, they're more obedient now? They're more respectable?
Some, not all.
Some?
Not all children.
Okay, some of them are respectable.
And some are good.
All right. Liz, you've been traveling here, well, back and forth from since a young age.
Yes.
What do you think about from then to now?
I first came here, I vaguely remember when I was about 5 years old with my mum. And I vaguely remember little things from that. But as an adult, I first came when I was around 24, when mum was returning back from England after living in England to reside back home here. My dad was here 2 years prior, building a house and preparing. And I came, that was my first time I came back when I was 24. And since then really, I've either visited yearly, as I've gotten older and matured more, I became more and more regular, twice a year, sometimes 3 times in the year. And I've observed and seen many changes in PM. What stands out and resides with me most is I like how women have become more independent in PM from when I first came about 20 years ago. PM is a very rich island within itself, but it's very male, or has been male dominated, and I've seen the changes where women have become more independent in themselves, where they're now working or having their own little businesses, so that there's not that dependence on the man within this culture and environment, which is a good thing. So I've seen the women become stronger and more independent, which I like.
Nice. And you hear her saying she's been coming sometimes 3 times a year.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like she's going to retire here, like Mom.
Pretty soon.
I can tell.
Yeah.
All right. So, besides that, what really stands out to you? What really stands out to you in Petite Martinique?
The peace and tranquility. So when I show friends the scenery, you can imagine the envy of like just what it looks like. You know, being on one island and you can actually see another island so close to where you're actually residing. It's just a nice, relaxing place to be in. You know, there's been over the years some people who've come to visit Petite Martinique and have ended up actually just staying here because they just like it so much. But yeah, some of my friends have come over and seen where it is we like. We grew up within England and known mum and dad all their lives. So when we've had big major events, like when dad was still with us when he was 90, we had like a big celebration for him here, and a lot of our friends that grew up with us as a family. Our house was very much an open house in England, and so a lot of them have actually come and seen Petite Martinique. Always compared to the Caribbean island where they may actually come from, just how different and just how nice it is.
Nice lifestyle.
Yeah.
I've been told that you've been here for almost 6 months now.
Yeah, about
Because of
7.
COVID?
Yes. Yeah.
How was it for you?
Well, I came in
Any
October.
regrets?
No regrets at all. No regrets whatsoever. Unfortunately, last year, April, Dad passed away at 93 years, and it was a very hard time for Mum, especially. They've been married probably about 60 years, so you know that was a lifelong partner. They had six of us. We all reside in the UK, and because of COVID, none of us could actually be here, so it was just unimaginable. But as we know, a lot of people at that time around the world was in like similar situations, so we just had to deal with the situation as best as we could. But you know, they had the funeral, we had like a Zoom link up, you know, so we could feel part of it. So coming in October was the first opportunity that any of us could get out here. So yes, I was here, still here due to COVID and not being able to return because of the flight pattern pathway that I'm on. But I think, you know, it's just been a blessing being able to spend that quality time with Mum, you know, help her with like that sort of grieving process, my own grieving process as well for Dad, but you know, just keeping her company and stuff, and you know, caring for her, make her do as little as possible because she hadn't when she ready.
Don't always be.
Won't sit down.
She want to go in the garden.
Yes, still going in the garden, picking plums, picking sapatilla, feeding the dog, feeding the chicken. But that's what keeps her going as well. So I have to respect that too. But she has to realise that she is getting older. And she can't do as much as what she could have done maybe 10 years prior, but you know, it's just been a blessing just being to represent the rest of my siblings and to sort of take that responsibility at this time.
First of all, let me extend sympathies to yourself and to Mom and the rest of the family on the passing of your dad and her husband. I can see that she is still, and I can tell you that the grieving process, from what I've been through with the passing of Mom, the grieving process is not easy. I know people say with time it gets better, but to me it doesn't help. It doesn't get better because Mom passed since 2018, and even sometimes I see her every night in my sleep. I hear her voice, I think of her. Sometimes I'll just wake up and find myself crying because I miss her so much, especially when you share that love with an individual. It's not easy. Mommy, hang in there. Keep trusting in God. Annalise is here with you. She's here for you. I know the rest of kids continue being strong. It's not easy being strong, but just keep trusting in God and
Every day.
We speak on like WhatsApp, like camera every day, so they're always in contact. But so my father, Mum's husband, was Mrs Mitchell. He passed at 93 years on the 14th of April last year, and he was a very pivotal person of the community in PM. He knew a lot about the history and was very much into the cultural aspects of Pia and keeping that going for the younger generation. And he would always tell like his peers and the younger people who looked up to him just how rich PM is and how they need to really understand, embrace it and utilize what they actually have.
That's so nice. It's a pity we don't get to meet him.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
That was wisdom. That was the person with wisdom and stuff.
So can you remember some of the things that he probably shared with you regarding the history and culture? And probably maybe what you would share at home in England with your friends?
He loved like all the cultural stuff about like the big drum and dancing. He was a
Oh, that's why Mom wearing the shirt.
Yeah. And yeah, so he was very much into the culture. He came back and resided back here. Every August they would hold a rice tea. What do they call it, Mum? You know about the rice tea every August.
Every August we just make a rice here, invite everybody who comes.
And it's about giving back to your
community.
ancestors.
Oh.
Yeah, so Mum holds it every year in August here.
Okay.
So she cooks a massive pot of rice tea and people just come throughout the day and eat and have a
Rice
drink.
tea?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
They call it rice tea, but it's like a porridge.
Yeah,
it's
rice
like
porridge.
rice
Water.
Yeah, she likes it.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
And everyone looks forward to that. They know it's like an
Every year.
annual event.
If I
and
know when, if you continue having it, if I know when, I am going to come for
yeah,
it.
August. Well, it's normally the last weekend of August.
So Mom, you would
Yes,
still do it?
I always try to see if I make it on our anniversary, but
Okay.
it depends how it falls. It will be the ending of the month.
Okay. And then in
So normally
August.
the last weekend of August.
Okay, that's my birth month. I was born in August. Mom, so I know you had a good job in England. You lived a good life and everything like that. And probably you could have stayed there because there are so many benefits, so many reasons you could have stayed there. Why you choose to come back to Petite Martinique too?
I never like England come again. But you know, they say where you're born, you have to obey. So my husband gone and leave me, and then few months he said for me. We had a very good life, having our children. We were there.
What did you like about England then, Mum?
I never liked England.
Nothing at all.
I guess that was like me because I lived in Grenada for almost 15 years or so. And my siblings will tell you, whenever I come up on vacation from work, I will come to Carriacou the day after I finish working, and I'll go back to Grenada on the morning when I have to work.
Yeah.
And when I go back, before I go back, I'll start crying about a week before I leave Carriacou. And when I get down to Grenada, they'll have to give me time off from work because I'll be so crying. I want to go back home. I want to go back and see mommy. I want to go back to be with my siblings. So I guess that's why I didn't stay in Grenada as well, and I returned home. So home is where the heart is. I understand.
Yeah,
Just
definitely.
want to come home, mommy.
Married here, you know, not in England.
Oh, you got married in Carriacou. So at what age you traveled to England?
19.
19? What you went up with, was it a boat or a
Oh
plane?
gosh, the boat.
The boat, was it,
A skinnier.
was
That's
it
right.
Askania?
Wow.
Askania,
That was
right.
it.
Yes, my aunts and them went up with that boat as well. Askania, my uncle, everyone went up with Askania. It took you about 3 to 4 weeks on water. It was
To get before you reach the land. We passed in one island, one place, but I didn't go show. I didn't went to show. A lot of people went and see the place, but I didn't.
How long is the
Because I
boat
was
stayed?
sick on the boat.
Oh, Sissy.
Yeah.
How long the boat stayed in that island, you remember? Was it a day?
Just for the day.
Okay.
Go in the morning and we go the evening.
Oh, so basically just to pick up
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
And when you got to England, how you felt?
It was a different atmosphere.
Uh-huh.
It was cold. And then I think to my husband, what have they done here? Well, that is how we could get heat in the room. You have to light the lamp. Okay?
Gas lamp.
The gas lamp. Gas heater.
Gas heater.
Yes, to get heat to warm up the room.
Because here you have it naturally.
Yes. Very nice.
All your children were born in England?
No, my first two children born here.
Oh, your first,
Petite Martinique.
okay, your first two kids were born here. And they went up with you on the boat? Or you came back for them?
No, I sent for them.
Oh, you sent for them.
Yeah.
And that was something that was common. A lot of parents that went up, leave the children with their grandparents and then return. Lovely.
Interesting.
Opposite your house is a famous area in Petite Martinique by the name of Guavin. Guavin, otherwise known as Pebbles Bay. I was told it was after Ivan all the pebbles washed up on shore. Is that true?
I would agree, but
You heard about it?
yes. When I came, they used to go there, but it was, the water was changed, the atmosphere changed.
Okay.
All the fine sand they say they had white, beautiful sand.
So in growing up, you used to be that Guavin.
Yeah, we used to go around there. When sea dry, we used to go around and come in mango. No, you can't do that.
Right. And at that time, you didn't have all that pebbles there.
Yes, you see, you could only go around the island there when the sea dry.
Oh, okay.
When tide is low.
Low, yes.
Right.
Yes.
And then people used to go and get wills.
I was told the sailors used to use the stones there as ballast
Oh
for the
yes,
boats.
boats used to come in Guava and take the pebbles to go.
Okay.
But when they go with it, they sell it and take the, they ballast the boat down to go, and then they sell it out and take their load to come back.
Someone was telling me about a story about Guavin. They were talking about La Chapless and long ago.
Well, I
and
hear that
this
too.
man went in a party. You heard about it? Let me hear if we heard the same story. So what did you hear?
No, and they say there is a larger blessing Guavin,
Okay.
but I don't know.
I heard two things about Guavin. One, there was this man, he was in the school, it had party in the school, and he was there, and he saw this pretty lady. And he was like, wow, she's beautiful, and went up and speak to her. They started dancing. When they finished, the woman asked him to accompany her home, and they were walking across, and while walking, he realized he's seen strange things, but he was wondering. And then, yes, and then he took out this cigarette to smoke. And when he tried the match, when he looked, he realized he was just going over the precipice in Guava. Just under the rock. Did you hear anything like that?
Well, they tell us a story, there is mermaid in Guava.
Mermaid?
Yeah. They say it's a lady with a big long fish tail.
Ah.
As children growing up, they used to tell us a story about that.
Okay. And I heard the first suicide was in Guava, was someone from St. Vincent?
Yes.
Yeah. Liz, you remember Guavin going on bathing when you came on holidays?
Only once I've been there and bathed, and that was after, I don't know if I'm not sure if it was Ivan, but there was a nice, beautiful beach there, nice white, flat sand.
Son, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so you remember
Yeah.
it being, okay.
Oh,
I
they-
came here.
It could have been
a time
when
just
after Lenny passed, Hurricane Lenny.
Yes, there was a
Okay.
hurricane that passed after.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what it did, it brought a lot of sand to Carriacou Sandy Island, Petite Martinique.
So you remove the sand and it deposited pebbles,
Yeah.
the stones.
Mm-hmm.
When Guava already terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Mama, you heard during Hurricane Janet?
Yes.
I want to hear your Janet experience.
Yes, yes, very interested. Tell us about Janet. Tell us what Janet.
Petite Martinique during Hurricane Janet.
Yes.
We knew the catastrophe in Carriacou, but was it really bad in Petite Martinique?
It was very bad.
So tell me what you remember.
I remember Dad say to Mom, they have to go and secure the vessel. That was his brother's vessel, but he used to work on it. The vessel name was Winifred. Call the vessel after he started. Daddy go, Daddy can come back. Hurricane, you know, but all the men and them, they drink it.
As usual.
Typical men.
So, sundown. The house we had, with our dining room, there was a window they call, how do you used to call it?
Yeah,
Jealousy.
the jealousy.
All right. We had, they will have the goblet with the water.
Where was the house? Here?
No, so our house was over. Right, you see where Coco Boy is?
Yes.
The house over by Coco Boy. So we there. I say, Mommy say, well, I wonder where James did. James can come back. And then I said to Mommy, the house going up because I'm going down. The next thing you hear galvanized, when you watch, the house over. There was a plum tree, and when the wind raged, so the plum tree is inside the house in the door.
So you didn't get any warning because in those days you have no radio.
No, you didn't get no warning. The weather
So
just
the
changed.
weather just changed.
Wow.
When for we to go out, no, Mommy said, Lord, well, I wonder, when James there, Mommy grab a sheet. And you know, in them days, you have a blind in it. You have your bedroom, but you just have a big blind at the door. All them clothes on it, just grab everything, you put in a sheet. All thing you could find, all clothes, and he tie it. And he say, well, we have to get out of the house because the house is, the portico is down, that is the small room, and the big room itself is up there. When we come to go out, I say, oh God, Mommy, no, I can't go. She says, stay there. And Mommy jumped down. And when he jumped down, the plum tree coming in the house and he go back. And we start screaming. So she said, hold on. One, come, I go catch you. And as we go, Mommy hold and he put down. He take the next one and he put, there was 3 of us. When we trying to go in, Mommy saying, stay down. The kitchen nearly fall on us. Mommy had to drag us this way. And it's on your hand, you know, hands and Mommy still had to hold us and drag in the bag with the clothes. When we meet the little road and we're going down to the main road, wind blowing so much you don't know where you're there. We've been on the bay. We reached to the seawater. Then Mommy said, no, we're going wrong. We have to crawl back, creep. When you're creeping, you're holding out.
Could you imagine?
And we come back, there was a house right on the side there right now where you see a house there by on the, when you're coming down on your right hand side, the road, it's any house.
Okay.
Right. We come and we get there. When we get there now, boom. But we hear, remember Master Man say, somebody knocking. But they're afraid to open the door. Because that time, what they tie the door with, a sheep rope with the stick. They had the big rope there, and they hang it up in the roof. And when the wind taking it, everybody hanging on it because we were tied, the rope not long enough. Anyway, we knocked again, we knocked again. They said, Master Man said, somebody knocking the door. When they opened the door, it was me, Mommy, and the other 2 children, and we go. So they asking, no, where's Cousin James? Mommy said, when he go up the road, he ain't come back. Right, we did. And then sudden I remember Master Man say, oh God, we house mash. I'm going and get me guitar cherry pink. He got into the car and he get the guitar and he come back. Yes. You know the house wasn't far. And he coming back and we did. And then suddenly again you hear him boom, open. When we open, it was paid up Tuesday. Come in. We just say, when she says she go past in the window to go out, when she go out, you end up in a drum of water.
In a drum of water?
Because you know, you have drum, that's a long time, that is why you have to the water.
And it's floating under your back.
Then we day, and I say, Mommy, where Daddy day? Mommy, where Daddy day? Then we hear, bow. Master Man say, somebody knocking. You are careful how you opening the door, you know. When we opened the door, it was my father with a young lady saying, get a sheet to cover her. That was, I forgot her name now, but she was staying with Nanny Gotrin right over. You see where the boy have the shop? There's where.
Oh, Dory?
Yes, there's where Nanny Gotrin house. They get clothes and they give run with it. No, Daddy said, well, I'm missing one child. I did say that she stay in my house. That was Nelly. Go by time, Caesar. And Lydia. Daddy yesterday, Daddy brought a fight child. But by the time Daddy go to go and look for Melina, daylight, you know, so I brought everybody thinking about it. If you see can't build that here deal. Everybody just breaking can there. You can't buy for can. No. Can growing in the garden.
Everything's flat.
But the best joke is when we get up, Mommy say he going up by the house. Then he say he going up because he see Daddy. When me and with Mommy find Daddy, but me and Kathleen, we get to sell them. We hear they say Lily head split in two. And the nurse trying to put it together.
That was the description.
Who was Lily?
I'm a dear lady.
Okay.
So me and Kathleen live now and going up to go and see. When we get there, instead of we go and see where this thing in Lily head, we watching the chain, they can't find him. Oh God, what was the lady name again? And she did just have an operation, take out one of her breasts. And they did taking up them, and when they take up the partition, she was lying dead.
Oh.
Right, we watch them, and I said, look what, pick to see, you know, children, wow, what, one see. Oh, let's put Lily head together. How you put the head together?
Sorry for laughing, but
What are these children?
When we go now, the nurse one, because everybody looking to see whether people are the nurse one, they fighting with Lily head. But the best joke is, cousins always coming here for a long time for a week.
That's your mother.
She nearly get licks.
She telling her that father to go.
Yes, I said, by way she did see coming this way. I said, well, let me go this way. You have a road in the forest. We're passing the road and we go. We're going down, but we're still watching all things.
Yeah.
We're going.
So you saw a lot of fallen trees.
Yes, it was a mess. But when we're coming down, Mommy coming down, Catherine say, you know what, you keep getting here, you know. When we meet our Uncle Kay's house now. They married, oh God, I don't know what Kay's are them, I know what Kay's are them. So, I go up and I do what she. Catherine say, no, Catherine go get bitch, you know, but me go get bitch. And that's the body that I don't come in. So I said, that's how we go down. And Catherine say, well, he go in and see what happened over the hill now. When I reach right by where you see the police station is, the thing there now, they say, look who's on them, guys don't put this on. And run back. Instead of go in the road to go in, I run across. And that time, you know, rain more than out. And we did it, but oh God, kids are them safe. Continue to turn and say, Elma, oh, how the mud in your foot red so? Well, when I see that now, I start to panic.
You cut your foot on here now.
I walk, they had to go and look to see where I run across. And where I run across, there was a brick bottle.
Okay.
Look, I still have the map there.
Yeah.
And it is still in the truck.
That when it
Because they say they damaged my vein.
Yes.
But I the only way I didn't get bit, but better to get bit.
Look at the pain after.
Oh my God.
So how old were you?
Oh, gosh, how old I was?
Maybe around 18. No, that was before you had children.
Yes.
55.
It's
What year
interesting-
she born?
39.
Okay.
What's interesting, the story she's told, that's the first time I've ever heard the story vividly in terms of that hurricane.
Already.
Oh,
I know I've
yeah.
had the chop on the foot from the hurricane, but never that detailed before.
Oh, Uncle Keza line was my taxi. When Uncle Keza, you know, Uncle Keza small. When he take me up on him by the bridge, wouldn't he go take me from there to go in the surgery? And then when we get there now, nurse is there. Nurse wasn't there. Nurse still madam trying to
Trying to
find
put the head back.
So the
Yeah.
woman's head was really split.
in two.
So she died?
Yes, she did survive.
Oh, so that meant it was bad and true.
Yes. And you see,
So
she
you-
had no help because everybody looking for the people after the hurricane. It was terrible.
So you know the house collapsed with her. You knew what happened.
I don't know how she get there, but I know how she get the job, but they get her and they had put her on a work bench that they had, not even bed.
Right. So
And
how-
up and down I have to go in the clinic. When the night, after the food thing and that, you know long time people, they have how many pillow pile up. Mommy pillow wasn't enough to hold up this food. Pain. But the best joke is, when they take me to the surgery, it's the lady that was walking, that was there. Thelma. You know Thelma?
Mhm.
When Thelma watched the food, Thelma say, oh God, no. I have to get me a quarter bottle of rum. That's why to drink to wash the food. You can't eat first.
Oh, that was to wash the food. She had to drink it first.
She had to drink. You know, when she see all the blood, she frightened.
Yeah.
The blood on the...
Maybe deep.
That's why it took me bone.
Oh.
Terrible. The food does still give me trouble.
Yes, it tastes the feeling true. So how many people died in Petite Martinique? 2?
It was Lily, yes, and Bio too.
2 persons. Okay. Yes, I'm happy that we hear the story now. I guess you can share with others. Yes,
my
definitely your mom Janet experience.
I say I do not want to experience another one.
No. Did you experience Ivan?
But again, I haven't made
What year was I?
2004.
I was in
I came here just after Ivan.
Ivan.
And I
I was
remember-
here?
Yeah, you was here. And I remember when I come in, got to Grenada and was driving to go to the Carriacou. And the only way to describe it, Grenada looked naked.
That's right.
There was no greenery. It was like, everything was just like stripped.
Yeah, feathered.
Yeah, and you can just see pure tarpaulin on people's houses
You
where the
did-
roof had
you
like
tried
go
to
up
get
and
a-
thing and that. Yeah, I came in the September, just
Oh.
after.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember.
Well, it
Well,
was
yes,
the same September.
Yeah, I came after that.
Yes,
just after it.
that's how you can take me in the house here. Who been here with me? Andy.
Mm.
And then we there. We say, let me go. I said to Mimi, let me go downstairs and see how downstairs is.
Mm.
So we go out to go in the back. Because you know the little room in the back. We there. Then I say to Mimi, well, I wonder how downstairs my day. Mimi say, let me go back inside. We go back in, we come up inside and when we there, and they say, you hear how the roof going? You hear it? Let me go and see what happened. Yeah. When we going inside, the same toilet as you come and it was a swimming pool.
Wow.
It's loud.
The part of the roof gone. It was landing right in the back.
So you witnessed 2 severe hurricanes. Wow.
And Emily too.
And then
Because Emily
everyone,
was calling
what
me.
year? Yes.
I said, Lord of mercy.
Yes.
Ah, I mean, I wasn't here.
I know the houses in 1955 with Janet, they were mostly wooden houses, and with Janet, concrete houses. But would you say Janet, how would you compare Ivan to that of Janet in terms of the wind strength?
I think Janet was worse.
Janet was worse.
I think Janet was the worst.
Okay. Okay.
God vessel, you lose vessel, you lose.
Right.
It was terrible.
Yes. I heard so. Because I believe Ivan passed more to the south. He passed more over Grenada.
Yes.
Because people in Grenada said to me that Janet was not bad down there.
Because he come over.
Janet came Carriacou
Yeah.
and Ivan Grenada.
And they just talk about Picamgini.
Uh-huh. That one
They say Picamgini is terrible.
with Janet.
I know when the hurricane and so on, water must be just,
right,
you know,
yeah.
very big.
You'll be very
But I passed,
Sergeant.
I passed it. Huh?
I said it's big anyway.
I passed right next to Picamgini on a sailing vessel. And the water was so calm. And if you see the birds on the island and they're saying the man saying, oh, shall we go and get some egg? And the captain saying, no way. We want to try to get out around here. We're too near. But you know, the weather was so fair and calm. I know where the water was gone. Oh. But that time they are frightened. Somebody are going to go in Grenada. About.
Mommy, I want to speak to
Interesting.
you now about your experience in the dark days. We know electricity came to Petite Martinique, I think was in 1980 something.
82 to be exact.
I was here.
Maybe not, but then before that, because Janet, you were in dark days, you didn't have
You
electricity.
don't have electricity.
So how you function? How you drink ice water, or how you got your ice? Or
Where we
stored
get
your
that?
meat? How you
Anything you buy, you have to just cook.
How you made a telephone call?
Telephone? You didn't have that? And you think you didn't have telephone that time? No.
No. So how you contacted, let's say, your husband when he went to England? If you have to speak to him.
Where did I speak to him? How did I
You'd
speak
write
to
a
him?
letter?
I think we used to post letter.
So imagine mommy write a letter. Mommy.
Them time they was terrible. Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
So there isn't something called emergency in those days? Because you can write, how you going to write him and tell him well, something happened to the child?
Wasn't it telegrams you could send?
Somebody said, I think you probably had to go over to PSV
Yes, because
to
when
send
me,
a telegram.
when I was in London and my father did and they said a telegram. That time you can write plenty, you know. This woman knocked the door and he said, well, I didn't answer the door anyway. Because I had just gone to London, I get pregnant, I come out in the clinic and I'm going out the road and I felt so bad, but there was a tree there across the road, so I kind of leaned on the tree. And this white lady passed me and I said, darling, you alright? You want to help you with the bag? And I said, no, it's alright. See this window there, right there, Lee? Just crossing it, coming out from the little tree and crossing the road and going in. And I went in, I opened the door and I went in, going in my room, and I locked it because he had some children there every minute they used to come knocking. And I sit down there and I say, I tell my husband just leave and get a job, go up in the southeast in London. So when I go up, I was living in the west end. And he's knocking the door, so hear me. And he answered the door. They come me to come and me to come here. But when the next knock, that wasn't a child knock. It was the mother. And she called Mrs. Mitchell. Can I speak to you? I get to open the door. But she come with this paper in her hand. And she said to me, sit down. You alright?
I always ask you that.
I say, yes. He said, this come. I say, why it is? He said, a telegram. I said, telegram? What do you know about telegram? So I said, well, open it for me. When she opened it, and she said, Daddy drunk. Mommy, I said, oh God, Daddy drunk, Mommy. He said, Mommy, go in place with me, God, what the cat do, and Mommy can't swim. She said, no. You can't put plenty. You can't say plenty. Daddy dead? Mommy's telling you Daddy dead. And this is how I understand where he's not. Mommy will make Daddy drunk.
Yes. They say she had the cattle where in PSV?
Eh?
In PSV she had cattle? Your daddy?
No, they have the cattle here, but they used to go over there to get water. Get to give the cattle.
What? They took a boat and
Both,
over
yes,
to...
but
So you didn't have water in Petite Martinique?
no.
They didn't have
The
system?
sister, what the name so them time?
A drum?
Maybe, I don't know what time the system might be solved today.
So that time
But I know when they build the system going up by the church up there.
Okay.
I don't know when that flat system be.
Right.
Because growing up as a child, and we going to school, the flat system was there.
Okay.
But now it's condemned, they don't
So
have nothing.
PSV at that time it wasn't privately owned as yet?
No.
Oh, so Petite
But
Martinique
people
were
used to be
able to...
people used to be walking there, they say.
Mm.
I understand they used to walk, go to PSV from Madam Pesai there. That is what I heard. When you have a rift there,
Really?
go straight across to PSV. And they said when the sea dry, they used to go across.
Really? Interesting,
So,
right?
that's what I heard when.
Have you ever went to PSV?
Yeah, all the time.
How is it?
Lovely. Nice, very nice. It apparently used to be owned by somebody in PM, from Madam Pierce side.
Lily
before-
Patel.
Oh, is that the person? Lily Patel? See, you learn something again. But no, PSV is lovely. You always go over there and spend like an afternoon and just bathe and
How
hang
much
out.
is a bear?
$15.
$15 for my bear.
When?
PSV.
When I go in there.
Yeah, well, we go with
It's a bit
drinks, but then
expensive.
sometimes you
Yeah,
go to the
true.
bar and buy stuff at the bar. I've eaten at the restaurant there and stuff for a couple of times.
How much you
It's
paid
nice.
for your meal?
Probably about $100.
Okay, it's not that
But
bad.
that's my equivalent to paying for a meal in London anyway, so it's not
Right.
really nothing new to me. So.
Dollars don't trouble.
But it's but no, it's nice. It's nice. I've been around the island on a tour, looked at like the chalets, which I don't know why
You
they're
do
so
better than me.
expensive to stay in, but it is what it is. But yeah,
You're paying for the Highland.
yes. It's a very high-end tourist island.
Yes, it is.
Mm.
All right.
Yeah, brilliant.
Thank
I
you
like
so
the I
much.
like the Janet part of the thing. I love it. You know, although it was sad, but you see those stories. You're growing up and hearing about Janet and you're getting it firsthand. It brings a bad feeling, but it's a great feeling after all. Somebody's here to tell the tale.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Tell the story.
of
and
course.
as Lee said, she never heard that story.
Yeah.
And look, I live with mom, and mom passed now,
Exactly.
and I did not get the complete story. I know she said the house collapsed with them. They went to seek shelter elsewhere. But the real story, from the beginning to the end.
We just get a taste of
And,
it.
and you know
Exactly.
the house you went and shelter. It's a good thing you had this rope inside there. You gotta take it with the rope and tie, and when they be taking it, everybody
Well,
have
hold.
hole in.
Hey, cool.
Oh God, Lord. It isn't easy.
Well, now your grandchildren and great grand will see this and say that is grandma and nana.
You mean
Giving
that's
a
what
story.
Grandma went through?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
Susanna would-
Oh my God.
Yes. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mommy, and thank you very much, Lee.
Thank you.
Lee, any final word? Speak to your friends in England and tell them to come to Petite Martinique.
Oh, there were a few who have already been, but you know, I've got a lot of friends, both like in PM, Carriacou and Grenada, and we do try to like all hang out when we all sort of come over on holiday at the same time. So lots of them already know what a beautiful place it is.
Ah, lovely.
Thank you very much again to both of you
Thank
for
you.
doing this interview. And to our viewers, don't forget, as we said, to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to comment. This was very, very, very informative.
Very
We
much.
totally
I'm just
enjoyed
giving
it.
them a peek of Guavin.
Okay.
Yeah.
And-
Good them Laja bless you so come.
You know about the Laja
We hope that everyone enjoyed as much as we did.
Mhm.
Thank you very much again. And from here is, what's the name of here?
Kindish.
Bus issue.
Bosses you. Okay.
From Bus issue in Petite Martinique, we all say bye.
Bye. There we